How the LGBTQ movement is helping the growth and evolution of the human species and our eternal souls. A Spiritual Perspective, Part 6 of 6. To anyone struggling with gender identity or coming out. If you find yourself wrestling with the idea of coming out, then you probably feel deep within yourself that this is the right path for you. It doesn't matter which label you identify with. That is not the point. The point is that it is your birthright to experience love and abundance within your life, and to take the lessons you can from your experiences and apply them in the way that best serves you, your life, your journey, and your soul's mission. There is nothing wrong with you, and you are not mentally ill, crazy, possessed, or any other dehumanizing label someone outside of you may choose to attach to you. If you feel that any negative labels actually apply to you due to repetitive conditioning, please seek energy healing help so that you may cut energetic ties with those who do not have your best interests at heart. You are exactly who you are supposed to be, a spark of the divine, an extension of source energy, and source does not make mistakes. God does not make mistakes. You are exactly where you need to be and going through exactly what you need to go through in order to be strengthened, like gold tested in fire. Any turbulence within your life holds a divine lesson for you, and the amazing thing is that it will also hold a divine lesson for anyone else involved, should they choose to accept it. Your life is yours to live as you choose. As long as you are not intentionally harming another living being, you are well within your rights as a human being. I encourage you to continue exploring, asking questions, and critically analyzing anything anyone tells you that is hurtful. Are they coming from a place of love and honesty, where maybe your pride or ego is hurt by a perspective you haven't considered? Or, as in so many cases, are they coming from a place of fear, where maybe you're hurt by their willful ignorance or conditional love? If you can, try to read between the lines of anything anyone tells you, because chances are it says way more about them than it does about you, just like your words and actions say more about you than they do about anyone you may be talking about. Also, I encourage you to go within and really get to know your truth. Feel it in every fiber of your being, and know that you are walking your own unique path. No one can tell you what to do because you are living a life like no other. If you can begin to go within and tap into your connection to source energy through your soul, you will know what is right for you, and anyone else's input won't matter as much. While it's fine to take others' input into consideration, you still need to base your choices on what you know is right on every level of your being. If you aren't sure yet, don't worry about it. There's no rush. There is no final destination for an eternal being. There is no there. It's all about the journey itself and making the most of it so that you can bring back some powerful and incredible insights to the collective and as your contribution to the Akashic Records, which we are all co-creating as we speak, whether we are aware of this or not. If someone says they love you, they will either reinforce or destroy that statement via their actions and behaviors toward you, and this includes yourself. For those of us who have chosen a path that doesn't follow the status quo, this can often result in a loss of relationships that were not what you originally thought they were. I would like you to understand that you are worthy of the love you desire. You are worthy of the abundance and inner joy you desire. It is the ego that tries to convince us otherwise, and this construct is built upon all of the externally originating information we soak up throughout our formative years, leading to conditioned behavior and thinking patterns. Imagine how amazing life would be if more of us took each other's emotional state into consideration, not only for the sake of the relationship itself, but also for the sake of the collective energies and what we contribute to them. Imagine if, rather than assuming and judging and ostracizing those who are different, we embrace them and make an effort to understand where they're coming from and what unique and amazing ideas and solutions they may come up with simply because they're different. Fitting in is so overrated. If we work on accepting people for who they are, rather than trying to force them into a mold, I believe life will be much more satisfying and wonderful to experience. Don't allow anyone outside of you to dictate your decisions about your life. Getting input is fine, but ultimately it is your life. I know that trying to wear a mask and fake your way through is completely ridiculous and feels terrible, so I don't fully understand why someone would force their way of thinking on someone else and cause them to have to be someone other than themselves if they want this person to keep caring about them. That is the definition of conditional love. If we are truly aiming for Christ consciousness or enlightenment, this process must begin with understanding that unconditional love and abundance are our birthright as humans. Read all humans, and that humans are mainly capable of conditional love until we awaken. While we cannot force others to see things our way or accept us for who we are rather than who they dictate we should be, we can choose to lead by example and defend our ideas and individuality without resorting to judgy, name-calling, closed-mindedness, violence, force, manipulation, control tactics, and so on. Be who you are. Live from your soul, from within. You will get to experience more love, joy, and wonder in this lifetime than anyone who chooses to stay ignorant or resistant to the growth and evolution of the human species as a whole. Remember that love and fear cannot exist within the same being at the same time. So I encourage you to cultivate a perspective of unconditional love for yourself and not worry so much about what other people think of you or what you're doing. Let them worry about themselves, and if they choose to judge you, then you will understand it comes from a place of fear and isn't loving anyway. So what do you need that toxicity for? You can choose to stay away from it or to not take it personally. It may also take a little time for someone to work through their stages of acceptance if and when you do come out, so don't let these ideas scare you. Again, I've had some pretty intense experiences with toxic people throughout my life, so this is just my one perspective, one facet of a multifaceted and multidimensional existence. If your family or community has a history of condemning and judging those who are different, then you can probably deduce they may respond unsupportively to your coming out. However, if your family or community has a history of being supportive, open, and loving, then you can deduce that they will accept you after a period of adjustment if they haven't already, no matter what. Love and light to you, my friends, especially through the tough topics. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. No matter where you are on your journey, please take good care of yourself from within on all levels. If you'd like more guidance, please subscribe to my YouTube channel or visit www.innerworkcoaching.life for more content or to apply for one-on-one coaching. With unconditional love and light, I wish you an amazing week, and I hope to see you again for my next video. Namaste.